Welcome to our 19th episode of the DMV Autocross Podcast. I'm Danny Kao.
And I'm Atta Tabesh. Thank you for joining us on episode number 18. Danny, did you miss the SCCA Solo Nationals last week?
Well, to be honest, I miss hanging out with autocross friends all around the country, racing-wise, since I didn't win any races the past couple of weeks at home, which is the same if I was at Nationals. So the answer is no. So what's coming up in the next couple of weeks, Atta?
SCCA Solo Nationals is over, but autocross season continues. This Saturday is the PCA Chesapeake's event number 6 at Bowie. Mark Hubley is trying to make another fun course with David Critcher. He will be there to take another commanding FTD. Who's going to challenge Dave? We're going to find out.
I guess the answer is nobody.
Nice.
But the following Saturday, both Mercedes Clubs and Al Motorsports are hosting events at Summit Point. Mercedes is on the Potomac pad, and I'm sure Scott will build another fast and challenging course again. Marcus Pine and Brian Carwin will both try to battle for the fastest card of the day honor. It's promised to be a fun day. At the same time, Al Motorsports Rainbow Autocross will be running on the Washington circuit. Registration is still open, so let's come out and support the club and see if anyone can challenge Brendan Kiker for the fastest time.
All right. Quick announcement. We will be skipping a week before the release of the next episode. Danny will be hugging elephants while I catch some much needed sleep. So we'll go to the following Sunday, September 29th, where the WDCR will be holding their event number 6. There are already 84 people registered, and registration is open for another 17 days. Lots of fast competition will be there, and don't miss the last autocross of the month.
Yep. Returning from Solo Nationals is our favorite weatherman who's trying to bring gray Lincoln, Nebraska weather to DMV. Without further ado, please put our hands together and welcome our I can't even pronounce this, statisticologist, Alan Claffey.
He's a meteorologist. Why is Alan a statisticologist?
Because Alan figured out how to get above 50% in Nationals.
Oh, it's a statisticianologist. Stats. Got it. Thank you, Danny. That was good.
He's a math guy now.
Nerd.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Atta. It's Alan at the Weather Terrace here in beautiful downtown Waldorf, Maryland. I will apologize to Danny and all the other listeners. Someone is cutting his grass. I did not approve that. What are you going to do? We are here at Parsimonious Racing headquarters, and you can see here we have Miatas scattered everywhere. We are winding down from a nice little trip to Solo Nationals. We had something resembling success, and now it's a matter of putting everything away, getting cars roughly where they need to be again. We don't own some of these cars, so we have to bring those back from whence they came. In the meantime, we are going to scatter off. You're going to love this, guys. Look at this yard. Look at this yard. Look at, it's the only yard in the entire neighborhood that's decided it's going to be autumn now. So, talk about background noise. These leaves are no joke. I got to pick those up. Or maybe I'll get a rake and take care of them properly. Not today's problem. All right, we're looking at weather here. I got to switch hands because I can't see very well in my old age. So I need reading glasses. There we go. Now it looks harder, right? Okay, we have a cheat sheet over here in this pocket. There's not much going on here in the DMV Autocross in the next couple of weeks. We have something happening on September 14th, which is next Saturday. PCA Chesapeake is running at Bowie, and it's going to be really nice. Sunshine, 84 degrees. That's not bad. The only other thing on the schedule here, I see 2 events happening at Summit Point on Saturday the 21st. The Mercedes Club is running on the Potomac pad, and Out Motorsports is holding its Rainbow Road Autocross on the Washington circuit. Well, they're pretty close together, so we're going to use the same forecast for both of them, and it's a nice forecast. Sunny and 78 degrees. That's not bad. That's really all I have to report here. It's a short weather forecast. The season is kind of winding down. There's still plenty of places to go, and in my case, plenty of work to do to get many cars back where they belong and get some other cars ready to run, because it's what we do. So with that said, I'm going to send it back to the studio. Danny, Atta, you guys have some fun. See ya.
Thank you, Alan. August 31st, Chesapeake PCA Autocross was an Another automatic win for David Kutcher, who extended his win streak to however many Chesapeake events there was this year. Mark Hubley built another fun and fast course and lots of happy customers. Outstanding mention is Mayor Shimanoff, who held the fastest time for most of the day until David eventually passed him midway through the third heat. Excellent driving for Mayor. Here are the top 10 times of the day. First one to David Kutcher. Mayor Shimanoff is second. I finished third. Jordan Vu fourth. Howard Lankin fifth. Ken Wojcik is sixth. Dan Ruddick seventh. Mark Gange is eighth. Greg Harkey is ninth. And Gregory Sharp was 10th.
We apologize that we didn't have eyes and ears for the BMW event last Saturday, but Mike Brown to the rescue. Mike told us the first run group ran in the dry and the second run group had wet runs. By the afternoon, it had cleared up. Morning fastest time went to Luca Salaru, followed by Christopher Moody and Rafael Garces. Afternoon times were the all fastest times of the day. The top 10 times, fastest times belong to Mark Kenakarante, our SCCA ESP Solo Nationals champion. Alan Benakisto, Vinny Lee, third. Fourth, Brian David. Fifth, Christopher Moody. Sixth, David Howdyshell. Seventh, Scott Martin. Eighth, Jordan Paul. Ninth, Florence Solaru. And 10th, S. Lawrence. On the same day, Howard Lykin built a fun and fast course for the PCA Potomac on the Potomac pad. The winner of the event was Richard Johnston in his S2000. Jeffrey Braun finished second, followed by Josh Bain. Then Michael Press, fifth, went to Bill Conley. Sixth went to Michael Igenstiff. Tyler Regino is seventh. Howard Lykin, eighth. Jeff Gary is ninth. And Niels Johnson finished 10th.
So also on the same Saturday, Summit Point Track Cross is holding its final summer track cross event at the Jefferson Circuit. First run group got dry runs, and the second run group got wet track. Elias Roman came all the way from New York with his Focus RS, took the top time of the day for the morning event, which runs the opposite of the normal direction. The top 10 morning finishers are, first is Elias Roman, Ken Wojcik was second, Danny Kaye was third, Mark Ellers fourth, Zachary Tarvito is fifth, Thiago Santos is sixth, Nathaniel Carrera is seventh, Nick Drymowski is eighth, Al Pacheco ninth, and William Russell. Isn't that Bill Russell? 10th. And also Tom Arnold finished 11th. No relations to Roseanne.
Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah.
In the afternoon, we ran the normal direction and track opened up for the regular track drivers. Without wet surface, Tyler Ricketts took the fastest time of the day, and he's still talking about it. And Zachary Tardino finished a close second. Third one to Ken Wojcik. Fourth is me. Fifth is Mark Eller, followed by Elias Roman, Thiago Santos, Al Pacheco, Aaron Neely finished 7th, 8th, and 9th, and 10th went to Nathaniel Carrera. And this concludes our race results for the last 2 weeks.
But wait, there's more. Again, breaking from our normally scheduled program, we are going to cover the results of SCCA Solo Nationals. There will be a segment for Tuesday and Wednesday results, and another segment for Thursday and Friday results. We will again follow both segments with the novice meeting and end this episode. One more reminder, we will not be releasing the next episode of the DMV Autocross Podcast until the first week in October. We'll be back again to finish out the last 3 months of our podcast strong, and we will talk a lot about race cars. Here's our Solo Nationals results report.
Stand by.
All right, so for this week's feature, we have something very special, kind of like last podcast where we talked about Nationals. Well, guess what? It's time. Today, as of recording, Nationals are halfway done. Right, Danny?
Yep.
So
today is Wednesday at 9:50 p.m.
Yeah, there you go. So what does that mean, right? Halfway done. Does that mean people are done half their runs? No. It means that half of the classes have finished, which means we have results to share with you, our lovely viewers. Let's give it up for our viewers, Danny. Should we?
Yeah. Well, that means half of them can go home now.
Half of them are probably already driving home, Danny.
I mean, Brian Carwin already texted me and say, I'll see you at the time trials this weekend.
He is not. He's really making it.
Yeah, he's coming.
Oh, that's.
Are you coming?
I will be there on Sunday. Not on
Okay, I'll be
Saturday.
there on Sunday.
Only Sunday?
Only
Oh,
Sunday.
I
Yeah.
I looked up the weather, Danny, and I only get my weather from Alan, but
Yeah.
because Alan's at nationals, I had to look it up myself for the first time
Yeah.
in
Well,
almost
it's
a year.
59% chance of rain on Saturday.
Yeah, but who cares about Saturday? Because we're only going to be there Sunday.
Well, I'm going to be at track cross, so
Oh, I'm so
I have to worry
sorry.
about it.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited because I've never got to run Shenandoah less than 100-degree temperature day.
Oh, nice.
So I can't wait. I'm very excited. I'm very motivated.
Right. Good.
So going back to nationals, we have results from half of the classes, and we also have special results from. Do we want to talk about the pro solo as well?
The pro solo we can, but
can.
we don't have to.
We don't
I
have
mean,
to.
pro solo is pretty straightforward, right? I mean,
Yeah.
everybody that should win didn't win except Brian Carwin. Oh, Jack Chrissy. Jack Chrissy won C Street. Yeah, exactly. No, Jack Chrissy did an excellent job. So Jack Chrissy won C Street. Brian Carwin won F Street. Barely edged out Strano.
Strano was right there.
Yeah, he was right there.
Strano was leading going into the second day.
I mean, the person that we thought was going to dominate, which is Dustin, he was the lead until the very last possible. In that old Fox, Ron Williams got him again by like thousands.
Heartbreak.
But he's running. So Dustin's running Thursday and Friday. So by the time by the time this thing airs, you would know if Dustin has won the nationals or not.
We're all cheering for Dustin.
Yeah, but this is Dustin's year.
Yep, I feel it. So speaking of this year, let's go through and talk about how normally maybe there's a national champion coming out of our region, maybe Strano, maybe 1-2, right? Something like that. Can you talk about this year a little bit and so far what we've seen?
Yeah, so previous years, right? I mean, Strano's a shoot-in if we claim Strano as one of ours, which he is.
We do.
Yeah, and then the other person, while he was a little kid, he wins all the time, which is Julian Garfield. We can bank on Julian Garfield winning FJs and FJAs.
So a couple of trophies. Couple of wins,
and then then every once in a while we'll actually pretty consistently. I mean, Mike Moran went a couple of years.
Yes, that's true. Yep.
Right. And then you have Carwin that win STR, and then back in the SMF days, and he went back in SMF days, and he will win, but that's not a national class, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we have a very strong autocrossing community, but winning nationals is a different story. I always thought that you have to be from New England that would they run on the runways, or Texas, or Milwaukee, or Ohio, where they have big airports to run, or California, they have airports to run. So instead of we running, have to deal with curb strikes, right? so yeah, I mean it's a different scenario. I mean, size of a lot, but this year, unlike many other years, this is our year.
It seems like it.
Yeah, this is our year. I mean, like by now, usually, by now after the halfway done, maybe Strano has won, and when Mike Moran was running, and maybe he won, but that's about it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this year we have 4 winners
at the halfway point. How crazy!
At a halfway point.
How crazy!
Right, at a halfway point, we still got more chances coming. So this is going to be pretty fantastic year for us, right, in the DMV area.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you talk us through our 4 super champions, our 4 big winners?
Oh yeah. So we can go over. I mean, obviously there are a couple exciting wins, right? I mean, they're all exciting.
They're all exciting,
with the exception of one.
Garfield's was not exciting.
That's not very exciting.
I texted him last night, and I was like, "Bro, what is going on?" And he could hit a cone and still win by a country mile, Danny.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about buying a ticket and fly over there and try to register an XU in like a Honda Fit.
Oh my goodness!
But I just have to battle Lisa.
Oh my god, I love it.
No, just kidding. So, I mean, I was following. I mean, I'll tell you the John Venevas win was awesome.
He won straight.
They're all awesome, actually.
Let's start from the top.
Yeah, let's start with John Venevas, right? So he was neck and neck in his class. He was running a little bit behind on the first day. So this guy, Cameron Good, was running a Streamod Tesla.
Wow.
I don't know how fair that is.
Was that the white one with the big wing?
I mean, it's freaking electric.
It looked super fast.
Yes, because now you add camber and all of the goodies, and you can lose weight. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do in Street Mod. So John Vinnermouse literally is 300 between 300 and 400 horsepower, battling against something that has a capability of 600 horsepower. I mean,
Wow.
It's really that. So the first day he was running a little bit behind, right? He was running a little bit behind. So he was actually, well, only, to his credit, he was like, he had a decent run and he coned out a fast run. Then he followed up with another run, which is only half a tenth slower than his second run. So he was behind Cameron Good. But then today, on the last run, he pulled out a magic run at the end.
Wow.
Right. And he won by 98 thousandths of a second.
Incredible.
Right. And then the third place is Todd King, which is a perennial, Street Mod champion year after year. And so is Tom Berry.
Wow.
So, and then our local who won the nationals last year, Ian Baker. Right. Ian Baker won CSP. And then Ian jumped in and ride and row with John. And Ian did a good job too today. And yesterday was a little too far behind. Yeah. So yesterday actually wasn't that far behind. It was about half a second behind.
But that's a lot in SM. I feel like that's
it is. So Ian placed 6th.
That's still great.
Yeah, no, still great. Still great. And then I'm going down the list here, and then there are our Susquehanna friends, Dennis Butcher. I mean, he's from Central Pennsylvania. Nice. He ended up finishing 8th.
Great.
Yeah, he co-drove with Todd King. I think Todd King drove his car. So no, it's a successful Street Mod for us.
Awesome.
That's for sure.
All right. So Street Mod, awesome. Vinnermouse, great work. So proud of him. Can we talk about Cody Hunt?
Oh my God, Cody. So Darian Taggart.
I love Darian too.
Darian Taggart yesterday, he came out right from the get-go. He puts out a run that nobody can catch.
I love
so he ran a 66.0 on a longer course that nobody can catch. And then you can see a lot of people try to battle in and on. And then Cody finally got close to him and he ran a 66.1.
That's very close.
So going to the first day, he was a little bit behind. And then Darian put a 52.6 and a 52.5, where Cody ran a 54.6 because he had hit a cone.
Okay.
And he also ran a 52.5, but it's not enough. So he was going in there a few thousandths behind.
Yeah.
And Cody's last run was a 52.1.
Oh my God.
Right. Wow. So Cody ended up running by over 3/10.
Insane.
Yeah. But the speed is there. Remember in the last show, we were talking about Rusty English, who's driving with Cody.
Yep.
And I kept on saying he's peaking because he was doing some incredible things at the last DC event. I mean, he jumps in to a Bauer STX car and then immediately top packs and crush everyone.
Unbelievable.
So I was like, oh my God, Rusty's going to win this national thing, right? So unfortunately, Rusty had a 30-day yesterday. He ran the same time with Cody on the first run. Then he ran the 66.3 in the 60. I mean, he ran 2 other consecutive runs. He was dirty. He had a cone on the first one and 2 cones on the second one. So he didn't improve. He fell pretty far back, actually.
Yeah.
But today, on his first run, he ran a 51.8. He ran the fastest time of the class on his first run.
Unbelievable.
Right. And then that just moved him all the way to 4th.
That's awesome.
And then he stayed in 4th because that was hard to repeat, right? Because today it was 90 degrees and they were all on street tires. Yeah. They're all on Yokohamas, right? They're on 852. So I'm sure that in between all these times, they were probably, throwing all kinds of weight to cool these tires down.
Oh, yeah.
So Cody did fantastic. The time is there, but the temperature heats up the tires so much so that there's a lot of tire, heat management, right? And then fortunately, the course is shorter.
Right. Yeah.
Fortunately, the course is shorter. So if they run another 70-second or a 65-second course, I mean, the tires are probably all toast.
Done.
Right? Yeah. So now it turns out to be a great day, right? So Darian Taggart actually ended up finishing 2nd. Rusty was 4th. Right. And then Ken Halcyon from Philly is 6th.
That's awesome.
And then I'm going down the list. John Caserta, also from Philly. He's 10th. John Caserta is actually Andy Thomas and then Eric Sinkowitz's, high school friends in Frederick.
Oh, that's so cool.
They all grew up in Frederick. Right. So, and then Mike Lane and those guys. Right. So my buddy Eric Simmons, Simmons finished 11th.
Yay.
Took the last trophy spot.
Let's go Simmons.
Right. Yeah. Simmons did great. And then Ryan Davies drove with Ken Halcyon. He ended up 20th.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, going down the line. And that's where everybody in STX.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can Karan Tay.
No, it's Mark Kanakarane.
National champion.
That's right.
Mark.
That's right.
So Mark
Yeah,
won
so
ESP.
yeah, Mark on ESP, right? So
Yep.
his ESP car was the 2002 BMW 330 that John Vidovas built. That
Oh,
was
the
John
red one.
Vidovas' old car, the red one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So John, I think John won a nationals in DSP in that same car,
Mhm.
right? So Mark, he took a pretty big win. He won by 0.6.
Nice. Great.
Yeah. So he took an extra. I mean, like today, so on the shorter course, he was a little bit behind. He was a 10th behind, the second place person, AJ Whitaker.
Okay.
And then on the longer course, he just
put it down.
he put it down with a 6/10 win, right?
Okay. Yep.
So I think that's Mark's first national win, but that car has won national before.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic.
I think Strano used to drove that car with a lot of success too, right? So yeah, and then
that's the cover car for our autocross program, for the SCCA's autocross program on their website.
Yeah, that's correct.
Car,
yes, that's the one that this car is famous for, willing, right?
Yeah. So if you're wondering what this car looks like, just go to SCCA solo program, SCCA WDCR.
Yeah, you'll find a lot of pictures of him, back in the WDCR days, because it was a homegrown, famous car from here. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, no, so that's that. Congratulations to Mark.
Can we talk about the biggest win in the history of solo nationals now?
It might be the easiest win.
No, he did not say that. We don't mean that.
I mean, I have to take some credit.
He murdered.
I don't know if Garfield told me that, hey, I want to give XU a try.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Or I told him that you should run an XU. I think I'm the one that told him, but he's gonna say I didn't tell him.
Danny, this isn't Brian's podcast, okay? It's our podcast. We're giving you the credit. Yeah. Congratulations, Danny. That national trophy should be yours. It should be yours.
You should give me the trophy.
Brian should swing by and hand it to you. Is what he should do.
I'll tell you what the funny thing is. We had a conversation. I'm not sure if he brought it up or I brought it up.
Yeah.
Right. So I go. I know the conversation. I thought in my mind, of course, I'm I might have Alzheimer's. I mean, I'm retired, so I don't know what half the things I talk about. I think I remember I said to Brian that, hey, this car is an XU car. You should put, street tires and run XU.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I'm not sure. And then all of a sudden he was like all crazy about buying street tires. Mm-hmm. So he was looking for CRSs, but CRS is in some kind of a container hanging off shores because, some Taiwanese, thing didn't go down right? It has nothing to do with me. Not this Taiwanese.
Not this Taiwanese guy.
Not this Taiwanese. I am a lawful law-abiding citizen.
Very law-abiding. Very citizen.
Right. But so he ended up running RT660s, I think 225 by 245 15s, maybe.
Wow.
Right. I don't know what he ended up running. I think he was on 245 15s. Right. And then when I saw the XU registration, that was the funniest one. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I look and go, wait a minute. Only 7 people registered. Right. 2 people, we don't know who they are. Right. Yep. The other one's Lisa and Brian.
Brian. Yep.
And then Rick Meyer, who's the solo program manager for the national office, which is nationals. He's going to be busy. So I don't even know why he's driving. He's probably just jumping in there after he drives and he goes out and bring waters for all the course workers, right? Or set up tent somewhere or go get lunch for everybody. Like Rick is that guy. And he's like a real nice guy, just does everything.
Awesome.
Right. So he's in there. And then I saw Justin Peachy and Tom O'Gorman.
Mm-hmm. And you knew they weren't going to be running in it.
No, I mean, we don't know if he's going to be running in there. So I was like, Brian, the year that you're trying to cherry pick and you're running to those 2. So then with total happiness and glee.
Yeah.
Brian talked to me on the way to the, to national and say, hey, guess what? Tom O'Gorman and Justin Peach are not running in our class.
I bet you've never heard him happier in your entire life.
Yeah, I know. I go, well, if you don't win, you need to walk home.
His son's getting married. He wasn't this happy.
Yeah. His son's having a baby. He wasn't.
Wait. Are we allowed to say that?
Huh?
Are we allowed to say? Is it public knowledge?
Yeah, it's public knowledge.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah. Or there's a baby shower already.
I know,
I mean,
but I don't know how people.
yeah. No,
Congratulations.
I'm sure it's cool. Congratulations.
Say congratulations, Grandpa.
Yeah, I know. I know. He's grandpa. Oh my
I
god.
can't wait to get him. I can't wait to be like, "What's up, Grandpa?"
Yeah. So he came out, and then yesterday, I think the first run he was like DNF,
Oh my god.
and then I know his first run was a DNF. Yeah, he DNF'd the first run. I go. What are the chances of like Brian DNF the whole entire thing and didn't win this?
That would be. I can't even. But he ended the first day with almost a 4-second lead, I think.
Yeah, well, he ended the first day with a 4-second lead, and he ended the second day with another 4-second lead. So he won by a whopping 8.07 seconds.
How?
Well, Lisa did good today. Yeah, on her first day, I don't know what's going on. It's probably a little bit of a jitters, or knowing Brian, he was probably trying something special and something crazy.
He's testing and tuning on her setup, not on his setup.
Like running on 3 wheels or something, and so I know that Lisa also had the spin, and that spin run was her real run.
Oh man,
she actually had the sitting on the spin time on the first day. So anyway, so Brian won by a whopping 8.07 seconds.
I can't right now.
I know.
It's so ridiculous. I love it.
I thought about like join them. If Lisa had a day like that, what that means is I mean, I can probably drive it in just about anything, right? I can win a second place trophy.
You could have gotten second place if you just gone out there with the RAV4.
No, I don't know. I don't think I can beat Lisa in a RAV4. I'm sorry. Lisa beats me most of the time.
Well, if she's spinning out and getting, full 360.
I don't know. I mean, she's giving me a 10-second advantage on a RAV4. I think she still beat me though.
You think so? It's gonna be close.
Yeah, not RAV4. No, not RAV4.
Well, the RAV4 is it a little higher yet?
Yeah, it's called a rough 4 now.
So it's a rough 4. So you could actually just go over the cones, and if a course worker doesn't see it,
that's right. Yeah,
you're not hitting the cone. Yeah,
you're going jacked up with 31-inch rims, 31-inch tires. So
you really probably could go over a cone.
Yeah, it's my rough 4.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. All right. Moving on. I love it. Congratulations, Brian, by the way. That's just man.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Jen Fox, second in STR ladies. Love that. Love that.
Jen had the battle, man. She ran against Jordan Towns. So Jordan Towns, if people don't know, it won nationals multi times.
Wow.
I mean, I think she's a pentathlete.
That's amazing.
I think she does like crazy things like riding horses in the snow and jump out and then ski cross country and then do shooting or something.
I mean, stay indoors. That's too
she's
much.
like an Olympic athlete.
That's too much activity. I like autocross.
Yeah. So first day, Jen battled back. I mean, Jordan Towns laid down a really fast run, and then Jen battled back on her second run. Yeah. So she was only behind by about 0.2. And today Jordan went half a second faster. So Jen ended up finishing 0.7 behind. But she
still second.
But she outran everybody else. And of course, in this list of there are 12 drivers in STRL ladies class. That's awesome. A large ladies class.
Awesome.
Right. Yep. So finishing 9th is our honey badger Kate Claffey.
Yay!
And then Ali Arts, the spouse of Mark Shrivastava, she finished 10th. Yeah.
Actually, I think it's the other way around. I think Mark Shrivastava is Ali's spouse. She's definitely in charge.
Yes,
there.
Ali's the boss.
Yeah, she's the boss.
Yeah. Mark is the yes ma'am.
yes ma'am.
Mark and I are we have the same ranking. Mark and I rank the same.
And yet you guys are still so much higher than me.
I don't know about you.
I did see that there is a beautiful ND for sale. I don't know if we can use this as like a marketing platform, but I did see that Ali and Mark's ND is for sale. And that thing is, if you want a ND Miata, you can't cut Danny's because Kate already bought it. The next best thing is over there, and it's beautiful. And they wrapped it, and it's set up, it's tuned, it's ready to go. So if you do want an ND and you don't know who Mark is, reach out to me or Danny, and we'll get you in contact with him. But that car is, if you want an ND, get that car. That's it.
Are we talking this directly to Stuart Miller? Is that what we're doing?
Oh my God. If Stuart got that car, he would be set. He
Yeah.
would be set. Huh.
Well, let's think about that.
Okay. All right. If he
All right,
listens,
Stuart,
if he listens
Stuart, talk to Ada.
yeah, I mean, it's the best car. Am I
Yeah.
wrong? Danny, it's like,
No,
it's the best.
no.
Yeah.
They finished 5th at Nationals. I don't think there's anything wrong.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a rocket.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
And those two get tired of
I'm sorry, I
cars.
finished 6th at Nationals. I
Out
take
of-
that back.
Out of how many cars at STR?
Out of 3,000 cars.
Exactly.
40
cars
Yeah.
of the fastest, and STR is a fast class too, Danny.
Yeah,
So it's
that's right.
it's 6th out of fast. So
Well, we're talking we're in STR right now anyway. So let's mention STR
okay, let's jump to
a little
STR.
bit, right? So let's
Okay.
jump into the STR, right? Because that's the largest, one of the largest other than F Street for the DMV folks, right?
Okay. Yep.
So the winner, as I predicted,
As
is
you
Billy
predicted.
Davis. He always wins, man.
Oh man.
All right. So the top 3 is Billy Davis, Daniel McKelvey, and Vivek Goel. So
Yeah.
those 3 are basically your fixtures of of STR Autocross lately.
Super fast.
And then locally, I mean, Jacob Glover is from the Central PA, Pennsylvania area. I mean, I'm sorry, Pittsburgh area.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
So he finished 5th. Mark Shrivastava finished 6th.
Let's go, Mark.
Yeah. And then, Josh Luster, who
Luster.
used to run with us and then and left and went to Charlotte, he finished 7th. Our Marcus Pine finished 8th. Yeah. That he was 26,000 behind Josh Luster.
Amazing.
And Josh Luster was 26,000 behind Mark Shrivastava.
That's so
Yeah.
so close.
And then Mark Shrivastava is 61,000 behind Jacob Glover, right?
I mean,
that kind of
that
kinda
the
tell you
whole thing
something.
is 1/10 separating how many people, like it's crazy.
That's right. Yeah, a 10th. It's it's like F1 qualifying. Right?
Five. It's better than F1 qualifying, really.
Yeah, a lot of literally the same kind of same.
Yeah.
Right. So and then Corny Cormier finished 11th, and he took the last trophy.
Nice.
And then locally, Trevor Blackwell finished 13th.
Okay.
Greg Poe finished 15th.
Oh man, these guys are all
Greg
doing
Poe
great.
was all the way in the front. Greg Poe did super well on the first day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Greg Poe, Blackwell, these guys are heroes, man. To just be doing that
yeah.
well in that class.
Right. And then of course, Mark LeBance from New Jersey, he is 14th. So basically it's Trevor, LeBance, and Greg.
Greg,
And my friend Tom Reynolds from New Mexico, he's 16th.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. And then Alan Claffey, our fearless weather,
You broke up.
our
Say that one more time.
gynecologist.
Say that one more time.
Our Alan Claffey, our gynecologist.
Yes.
He's gynecologist now.
There it is.
Yeah. So he is in the first half of the STR page.
Top 20. Love it.
That's right, which is really, really difficult, right? So great job. I mean, he's in front of Paul Dodd, he's in front of Bob Davis, and all of those,
Danny, there's 40 stacked drivers in that
famous
class. Let's be
people,
real.
right?
Everyone in that class is great.
That's right. And then Steve Mitchell finished 34th. And then that wraps up the STR. So basically STR and STRL altogether, have like 8, 9, 10 people from the DMV area,
That's
is
amazing.
quite a bit large. Yeah. So now we can jump back. Let's go back to the street class. Yeah. So
can I mention the next 2 names in the next the street class? Because these are our boys. This is who we went to nationals with last year. We hung out the whole time in a house with Edwin and Justin Neal. And what are you pointing at right now?
The picture on the back. That's our group picture.
I can't even see. I have to zoom in. I have the window really small, so I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it on the wall. Oh,
yeah.
Yes. So Justin Neal and Edwin Liu in the GTR in Godzilla, both trophies.
That's right.
AS.
He's representing us and Shane.
Yes. Yep. And that's right.
Yeah.
It was.
Us five shared.
Yeah.
Us five shared Airbnb.
We did. Us five.
Yeah. It was Edwin, Justin, me, you, and Shane.
What a combo! Like
I know, crazy.
I love it.
But they did fantastically well.
Yeah,
they did fantastically well. Edwin, he came out. Edwin had fast runs both on the first runs, except that he coned the first run, right? Edwin coned the first run in the morning, and he also coned the second run. And then both runs were faster than his safety run, but he had to put in the safety run there. So his safety run was, he put a safety run out there.
Yeah.
And then, but today, Edwin drove fantastic.
Out of control. I love it.
Right. So right from the beginning, he breaks in with some 67s and he stayed within 67. He actually ran a 66A, but +1. If he were to stand on that, he would have moved forward quite a bit.
But he's still trophied in AS. Nationally.
Edwin would finish probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 6. But he ended up finishing 9th. So that's Edwin's first national trophy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, after so many years of trying, right? So that's fantastic.
I'll tell you though, he would have trophied last year in that NSX if he had gotten 2 runs the way that he did that one miracle run on that second day.
Yeah. But this year he was solid the whole entire way. He was never a doubt that he was going to trophy. So
I love it.
Now this year he did great. So Justin was so close, right? So he came out, his first round was fast. Then he laid down a 52.0, which is only like 0.3 difference to the fastest guy until the fastest person laid out another run which improved by 0.2. So before Justin took his last run, he had a 0.5 second deficit. Right. Then he took a run that got within a 10th off the leader, except that he wiggled 2 cones.
No.
Yes. So he had to sit on his second run. So today he went out. His first run was a DNF. On the second run, he put a faster run there. He put a 66.7 run in there that was clean, right? That secured his 4th position. Okay. And then he was one of the last person that run in that class where everybody else already knew, what's going on. And Justin was the last person that had a chance. And then he drove too fast and lost control, went off course on the same spot as his first run.
Heartbreak.
Yeah. He told me that the car definitely has the speed to win. That he just like he didn't execute it well, but he ended up finishing 4th. Good. Right. In a super fast class. Right. Yep. So
very, very fast class. Yep.
So that is fantastic. Yeah, for sure.
So now I don't know how much trash we talk because we're going to go from a fast class to one of the slowest classes in the history of autocross.
Which one? Oh, you mean where Carwin's in?
Where your buddy Carwin runs, yeah. Strano, however, beat his butt. All right, let's get it straight. Okay, right. Strano beat him like a drum. Strano is driving in a fast class. FS is fast when Strano drives, but when Carwin drives, not as fast.
Not so fast.
Not so fast.
Yeah, looks slow. Looks like slow motion. Like when most people run, like it's almost like when they're watching YouTube, they run at 1.5 speed.
Absolutely.
If people ever watch this thing, they're doing 2x.
Yeah. To the DMV Autocross podcast, I think if you listen to 2x, you'll enjoy it more.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's half the time. But it's almost like watching us at 0.2x or something. That's Carwin.
Yeah. Golly, my goodness.
Yeah, but anyway, Carwin on his first day, I don't know what the heck is going on.
It was over day 1. I thought he was going to pack it up.
So he hit the cone on the first run. Yep. The second run was okay, but it was slower than his first one. And the last run was actually faster than the other 2, but he hit a cone again.
He hit a cone.
Yeah. So he was sitting in 12th, out of the trophy. There are a total of 41 cars.
That's a lot.
So 12's not too bad. That's good for me.
It's not too bad. Yeah, it's good for us.
Yeah, but for him,
it's not good.
It's right for him too. No, just kidding.
That's good. We're killing him.
So anyway, so I tried to contact him and say, what's going on? Of course, he's not answering me.
No, he doesn't answer anyone. He's focused. He's dialed in.
Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't really contact him because he won't answer me. So anyway, today he was like driving like possessed, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So on his first round, it was like, meh. On the second round, it was like, ooh, okay.
All right. We're cooking. Yeah.
And then on his last run, he put a really fast run in the last run. So I'm looking at, he put a fast run. He put a time that was fast enough. It's faster than everybody other than
the first guy and the second guy, I think.
He was even faster than Strano today.
Yeah, today he did. I mean, he was so far out of it,
Yeah.
But he still jumped a lot of spots. He jumped
That's
all
right.
the way into the
He
trophies.
jumped all the way from 12 to 6,
Yeah, there you go.
which is a huge jump.
In that class, it's a huge jump because everyone's
in
going
nationals,
fast.
jumping 6 spots, to the trophy. That's large,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But
So,
Sam did great though overall, and I think Sam still got him by a big chunk,
Sam got a car win by 7/10, which
Yeah.
is quite a bit.
quite a bit.
And then the top 4 just sort of checked out on everybody.
Mhm, yeah,
And
they
then
left.
of course the winner checked out on everybody.
The winner checked out on the top, the other 2 on the podium. He said goodbye.
That's right. That's right. I mean, Sam Strano and Brian Carwin is really the best we can offer
Yeah,
from this area.
I mean, we're joking about Brian, but he's amazing. Sam
Yeah.
is amazing. These 2 are just the best of the best. And
So just give you an idea, the 2-day total, Tom O'Gorman won by 1.8 seconds over Strano.
it doesn't even make sense how fast he is.
It's pretty insane.
Golly.
Yeah. So that is your top of, and I want to mention that Mike Jr. Johnson finished 10th.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, Junior is the owner of the Evolution Performance
Yeah.
School.
He's a great guy.
Yeah,
I met him
and-
before. Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in Glen Allen, Virginia, which is just north of Richmond.
Mhm, mhm.
And then going down the list here, we see Clyde Kaplan.
Yeah.
So Clyde Carlos Sainz Kaplan
Carlos Sainz.
finished 16th. Clyde had a good showing, finished 16th.
Yep.
And then kept going down a little bit more. And then we have, let's see, Lee Picone finished 34th. And Kevin Henry was a dirty boy. So
Yeah.
he was just dirty.
Yeah.
So Kevin finished 35th. And then if you want to talk about dirty, Steve Salisbury,
The dirtiest.
he had one clean run, 2 DNF, and then 5 more cones.
Oh my Lord.
So Steve just went for it.
he just sent it.
Yeah. Like
I love it.
Steve for the Nationals. I mean, he
Mhm.
got so many accolades for designing the Pro Solo course.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he was a Pro Solo course designer, and a lot of people loved it, right?
Awesome.
Everybody loved it. So he decided kamikaze his Nationals,
Oh, I love it.
which is fine. And then Bill Stockton finished 38th.
Okay.
So that's all to the DMV area, folks.
Good to see like everyone out there, Clyde, Bill, everyone. Like it's so refreshing to see it. Huge
Right.
contingency. Getting a lot of people from the DC region out there to me is the biggest victory of all.
That's right. So of course, when we have a large of F Street class, and then you have a large of F Street ladies class from us too,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
So Avante Salisbury is just 0.3 away from the last trophy spot.
Oh, heartbreak.
So E could have got the trophy if she just go a little bit faster.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. So, but Avante finished 4th.
Nice.
Abby Stockton on her first outing, and then so is Gwendolyn Hoser. So Abby finished 7th,
Nice.
and Gwendolyn finished 8th.
Awesome. I
Okay,
love
so
it.
that is.
So
And then, of course,
they're so young. Getting young people involved is so important, and these two have the autocross spirit. They really do.
Yeah, exactly.
They really
But
do.
I would say, remember, we're talking about FSL. You say E is going to win, and I say, yeah, but she's running to Cindy Duncan. Cindy Duncan won by over 3 seconds.
I don't care what you say about the results. I still, even though they're over, I still want Avante to win.
That's right. Of course, we all want that. Yeah, but Cindy Duncan, she's tough.
Yeah,
She's faster.
that's what you said. I don't believe you at all. I don't.
She's way faster than me. And then for A Street, I forgot to mention, Charlie Montfort.
Oh yes,
Where Charlie's from California, but we think she's one of ours. Anyway.
she's one.
So
she's clearly one.
yeah, she remember we said that she already won the last 20, and then she's going to win the next 10 or 5.
Yep.
We pre-congratulated Charlie.
We congratulated her, and
We don't have to congratulate her anymore because we already did that 3 days
already
ago.
congratulated you, Shelly. We're not going
I
to
know.
congratulate you.
But the
okay?
next 5 years, so it's okay.
Podcasting isn't free. We're not just going to sit here and congratulate you the whole time, Shelly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, then it's not a show. Show's not long enough.
Show's not long enough, right?
Right. All right. So let's talk about H Street.
All right.
Right. So we have a few guys from here that are representing, us at H Street, right? So
Yes.
obviously Daniel McFarland.
Mhm.
So Daniel actually finished 9th. He actually did very, very good today.
Mhm.
Just that the first day deficit was a little too large.
Big deficit. Yeah.
Yeah. He ran a big deficit. Yeah. So he ran a 57.2, and then the guy in front of him, it was 1.5 seconds faster. But today he really went fast.
Awesome.
So Daniel actually laid down a time faster than just about everybody except the top the top 4 guys.
Amazing. So that would have been solid. Yeah.
So he did excellent. So Daniel ended up finishing 9th, and of course Andres Rodriguez, he comes to us all the time, right?
Yes.
I mean, he on the address he say he's from North Carolina, but he's at every local event.
Yep.
With us. So Andres actually did excellent. He finished 5th, so he's in the 5th spot. So he got a trophy for finishing 5th.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and the winner went to Kinch Rendell. So Kinch has been doing nationals for like 20 times.
Yeah, he's like a perennial winner.
Yeah, he wins everything except nationals, and this time around he won nationals. So
oh my god,
like he says that he has an autocross for this year. That's his first time. Like I'm like, you probably have like 80,000 autocross runs. So
that's hilarious.
So anyway, it's not a surprise, right?
Nope, not a surprise.
So that's H Street. Don't think anybody else in H are from our area anymore. So that covers all the streets so far.
And we covered STX, right?
We covered STS up to, yes, we talked about STS. There's no one close from here.
STX. We covered STX.
STX we did.
Okay, good.
We talked about Cody and stuff.
Okay,
and then in the ladies, STXL, spouse of Ken Hausio, Amy Hausio, ended up finishing 2nd and took the last trophy spot in 2nd.
Nice, congratulations.
And Ryan Davies' wife Michelle finished 3rd, a little bit behind Amy. So Michelle finished 3rd.
She's on the podium, but no trophy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. There's not enough participants.
That's heartbreaking.
I mean, so 12 in STRL is humongous.
It's
really large. That's hard to beat, right? Yep. So we got STX covered, and we covered STR. A couple classes that worth mentioning, right? So one is CSP.
Yes.
And of course, that's Nick and Kaylin Dunlap drives Oscar now.
Yes.
In CSP. And then Nick actually got the last trophy spot in Oscar.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. I wrote Nick a thank you note and say thank you for keeping Oscar's national winning streaks alive since 2016.
That's amazing.
I know. I think Oscar, every time he goes, wins something since 2016.
Such a good car that you guys built. Cupcake and you.
Yeah, so like nowadays you have these NDs and all that stuff running over there, so it's kind of I don't know. It kind of loses the essence of that, right? So there are 5 trophy spots. The person who won, Timothy Maxey, he's from North Carolina, so he's on an ND, and then so is Gregory Hahn in 4th. He's on an ND. So
wow.
But Nick did a great job, and Kaylin is a couple spots behind. So Kaylin finished 7th.
Good job.
Yeah. And then Matt Murray, actually, he's from New York. He's a friend of mine. He's actually 13th. So,
okay.
Yeah. Good showing there. And to wrap up today, or at least the first 2 days, is Justin Peachy.
Oh.
Justin Peachy. I mean, everybody kind of knows Justin Peachy by now, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Justin was like car shopping, and somehow he got offered a B-Mod. I think a 77 Legrand or something.
That's wild. I saw the picture of it. I didn't even know what it was.
77 Legrand is one of those, Legrand is one of those cars that it runs on snowmobile engines, and you just...
it looks like a white futuristic race car. Like it just,
but except that was built in 1977.
Well, they did a good job back then, because it still looks fast.
So it's like, what do you call it? What are some of the stuff that was built, like the Speed Racer or like Star Blazer?
It looks like a cartoon, really.
That's
like
right.
The Jetsons.
That's like the Jetsons. So he, believe it or not, he's never driven that car before, right? He's never driven anything like it before. He's just jumped in, kind of figured it out, right? By his last run yesterday, he was only 4/10 behind the eventual winner, right? And today, after second run, he was actually in the lead.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious!
I know, it's so dumb.
He just figured it out.
And then on his last run, he went on course, and the car died on him.
Oh, really?
Yes, the car just stopped.
That sucks.
So it's I like when you look at it, it's like maybe the car goes, I'm 47 years old. It's time to stop.
That's awesome.
Poor guy.
Poor car.
So Justin Peachy could have won B-Mod, but the car died, right in the middle of the road, and that was the end of that.
Oh my goodness. So all of these awesome results, awesome drivers, awesome cars. And that's only half of it, Danny.
Yes.
How crazy is that?
No, that's yeah. I mean, there's a whole bunch of classes, and plus we didn't even mention the actual winners of all these classes, right? So
Right. You just mentioned our friends.
yeah. So one thing I want to quote, the one thing that's kind of cool I want to mention is one of the around a broadcast they mentioned that if anybody who's interested in CSX, which is the NC Miata that's prep so that you can run both time trials and an autocross. They have their specific rules, and they're running NC specific Penske's that's being offered by Mazda Motorsports, right?
Wow.
And then a lot of these talks were those suspension prices are a little too high, right?
Okay.
But they already lowered the suspension price, so I think it's between $2,000 to $3,000 somewhere around there. And then I know that at Nationals they were offering them specials. They're another 15% off if you buy it at Nationals.
Wow.
So definitely there are probably some people that are interested in that, right? And then just by looking at it, there are already 14 people in that class. John Kolowitz was not a surprise. I mean, he's a road racer and he's fast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then CSM, which is the Mustang class.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one that if you want to build one, talk to Strano. Strano's one that puts everything together, so he knows all the tricks and trades of how to build this car. And then they had 19 people in that class. 19.
Wow.
Yeah, and David Hedrick from Texas won. But that's a brand new class that they just threw it out there.
That's so many people for a brand new class.
Yeah, and I saw Eric Sinkowitz. He's from here. I guess he moved to Wisconsin and he finished fourth. And Sinkowitz was every time he shows up, he wins nationals.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then a couple like notable to mention things, right? Like the new class like XA XB that we normally run.
Yeah.
Right. That are popular. Guess how many XA cars and nationals this year?
Oh, Danny, probably only like 10 or 11. It's not that big of a class. Not that important.
56
That's
XA
what I'm
cars.
talking about.
56 XA cars.
Yes.
XB is probably a little bit smaller. It's only 29 cars in XB.
That's still
29.
so many cars, Danny.
29 is in XB. But 56 in XA, I call that a huge success.
Huge success. We all knew from the moment they announced XA, we knew it's going to be great because it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I don't care about anything else. Look at your car. Look at my car. Like, it's fun. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So just by glancing through Cam C, Cam D, Cam C, Cam T, Cam C has 40 cars. Cam T has 30 some cars, and then Cam S has 20 some cars.
I love it.
So that's almost 100 cars in Cam, and XAXB add together. I mean, it's over 80 cars.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, almost 90 cars.
I love it.
Yeah, so that kind of tells you that it's not a surprise that we locally XAXB is a big class, right? We don't have that many Cams, but as far as XAXB, it's definitely growing in momentum.
Yep.
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah. That's kind of what I saw on the first 2 days. I mean, everybody I talked to, they all seemed to have a great time. And then yesterday on Monday, I think they had the regular welcome dinner
party or
was
whatever.
Actually like a potluck or something. I think a lot of regions just brought different foods from their region, and everybody seemed to love it.
That's cool.
So anyway, so of course they picked a year that I retired from nationals to have an awesome nationals.
That's exactly what they waited for you to stop going.
They wait until I stopped going.
God.
But anyway, I mean, I totally enjoyed the last couple of days listening, online and following all the actions, just like I was there. Some of the announcers are awesome. Rick Newman was one of the announcers. And then I heard Sam Karp, because he was describing H3 actions and he was totally awesome. So the announcing was great.
That's awesome.
Just seems like the whole event seems to be pretty great this year. So before we started bad mouthing them that how sucky the Tuesday, Thursday and Friday potentially could be. Just kidding. If you want to do anything, you should plan on going next year.
Yes. Period. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm unemployed, so I can't go, but you guys should go.
Okay. That's funny.
All right.
This has nothing to do with this section, and maybe you should cut this part out. But looking up the CSX that you just mentioned for our viewers, what are some of the benefits? Maybe should we just cut it? Because I was just going to ask you about CSX because CSX.
We can continue talking and add to this, right? Because I mean, this is like a national thing, and then I don't know how long, to be honest, I mean, everybody can hear this. I'm not going to cut this. I don't know if Thursday, Friday is going to be another, 47 minutes, or it could be 20 minutes.
We could
right?
put them to bed, Danny.
Yeah. So my guess is our number of DMV folks that are there for the second half are going to be less.
Yes, correct. I mean, you named 3/4 of the region.
That's right.
So,
we got Super Street, C Street, and G Street are our big hopes.
Yep.
Right. Yep. And then there's some there's SSC, Daniel Barge and those guys in those classes, right? Or but I think that the second half discussion is going to be a little bit shorter.
I think you're right, just based on the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to talk about CSX, go for it.
Okay, so CSX, CSM, if you want the Mustang, you go to Strano, right? If you want the Miata, I don't know what you do. But the point is, maybe you still go to Strano. Who knows?
You can go to Strano because
I was going to say, you just go to Strano.
Yeah, I mean, they sell Penske's, right?
Perfect,
I mean, it's a Penske setup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the beauty of these spec classes is you just buy the spec stuff.
Right.
And then you don't have to worry about anything else. I mean, but I would say if you're just starting out, it may be one thing. I mean, you have to experience different things before you realize that spec racing is what you want to race at.
Right.
Right. But if you have any kind of experience and if you're into competitions, the spec class is the simplest because it eliminates all this, hey, your stuff is better than mine. Right.
Right. And there's a big main part of your stuff is better than mine. And it's the biggest question that every autocross or track guy has, and that's tires. And I think they
they all run the same. So there's no selection. I mean, you saw it. I mean, they're all running, a Goodyear. What do you call it, right?
I don't know, Falcons, Goodyear, something. They're all running the same thing. I don't know what.
I think the Mustangs are all on Goodyears.
Mustangs are on Goodyears, and Miata's on Falcons.
Miata's on Falcons. Yeah. I mean, those are readily available. I mean, the good thing about Goodyear is they, Supercar 3s, they last forever. And then they're really, really good in heat, but they're not super good when it's cold. Right. So, like if you have a short season and then you don't run on concrete, Florida guys would love it. Right. If I live in Florida, I get a CSM car and just run that because I mean, I can do Sebring, I can do Daytona, and then I can do all the autocrosses on the same tire. Right. And then there will be competition. But if you live in like Maine or Boston or something like that, I don't know. And it was too good to jump on Goodyear, Supercar 3s all season. And then Falcons is always available for CSX. So it's enticing. One of the disadvantage of it, to be really honest, in my mind is when they decided that they want to run, spec Penske shocks. I thought those were really expensive stuff because initially you saw some of the prices, but I think my concern is the same as everybody else's. It scared quite a few people off. So then immediately they started pricing them reasonably.
Yep. And
then now if they throw another 15% off on top of it,
that's great.
That means that it's not that much more than anything. Any other shock. Exactly. And you're getting Penske's, right?
You were getting better shocks and say like,
right. You're getting Penske's. So, I think that's a good thing.
So yeah, I was just looking at it and it seems like there's a couple different kinds or generations, I guess, of the NCs 1 and 2. And
3.
It's just, there's 3 of them? Oh my God.
There's NC1, NC2, NC3. I know that pretty well. So 2006 to 2008 are NC1s.
Okay.
That's the one that Stuart Miller has.
Okay.
So then 2009 through 2012 are NC2s.
Okay.
2013 to 2015 are NC3s. Right. So the biggest difference between the 3 is NC1's motor is a lot more fragile than an NC2 motor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so what Mazda did is for the NC2 motors they beef up the internals and then raise the RPM by another 500.
Oh, so it's faster. Is what I'm hearing.
So instead of topping out at 57, 56 miles an hour, you're now topping out at 59, 60 miles an hour. Right? Okay. Just by the fact that you can raise the rev limiter.
Okay.
And then the fact that it's stronger than the previous one, it's a little bit different. So if you look at all 3 of them, if one of them smiles at you, whatever the NC that when you look at the face is smiling at you, that's NC1.
That's a 1. Okay.
Right. NC2 is the one that you look at it and going, well, I mean, it's got some strange, weird looking angles. Like, you know, it's almost like it's like something looks like a buck tooth or something. That's NC2. NC3 is like, ooh, looks like a little speed racer. That would be NC3. That would be the NC3 club.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Yeah. So power retractable hardtop comes in both NC2 and 3.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I personally prefer NC3 power retractable hardtop club, but you know, they're still $15,000 to $20,000 a car.
Wow.
You can find NC1s for $5,000, right? Or you know, like definitely don't want to pay an NC1 for more than $8,000. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Right. Okay.
But you know, if you're going to pay more than 8, you want to start with the NC2 with lower mileage and go up. In fact, if you want to race, you start with the NC2.
Got it.
Or
okay.
Yeah. Don't
So
buy an
really,
NC1 unless you're gonna do a 2.5 swap. Then it's irrelevant.
But then you get the cheapest NC1 you can find, right? Like,
Yes.
That's a different game.
But if you do a 2.5 swap, you're adding a whole bunch of power. And then if you sweet talk to John Venevas, right?
Will he give you the answers?
He's probably going to give you some tricks on how to set up a turbo for the 2.5 swap.
Oh, baby.
And then putting automatic transmission there. Then before you know it, you're the king of the mountain.
Literally the king of the mountain.
That's
so
right.
So here's where it turns into a slippery slope. I'm just looking, right? I'm not doing any of this right now. I heard you talk about NC1. I heard you talk about NC2. I heard you talk about NC3. At this point, we're at 2015. And it's a great looking car, right? What's stopping me from jumping out of CSX and going to STR and just getting a 2016 Miata?
So 2016 Miata has its own inefficiencies, right? Like it's probably going to blow up transmission a lot, right? And then the ND2 actually has more power.
Oh, really?
Right? So it's the same thing. There's ND1, ND2. The evolution of ND1, ND2 is the same as NC1, NC2. So ND2 came out with a better, you know, motor baseline, which they should have done in ND1, right?
Yeah.
That is why you don't see anybody in STR running ND1s. They're all ND2s.
They're all ND2s. Okay.
They're all ND2s, every one of them, right? And then the ND1s are now being cut up and being put into CSP, right? Because there's update backdate in Street Prepare, so you can do all kinds of stuff there, right? So I would say between NC and ND, right? D is going to be faster than NC. I don't care what you do to the NC,
sure,
right?
Yeah,
but NC is a lot more for Americans, right? We're bigger.
Oh,
I didn't know
where.
I went to a restaurant today during lunch, right? I gotta tell you, this is funny. I went to a restaurant today, and so this guy was like taking us into the seat, right?
Yeah.
So he kept on looking at me and says, "Table or, you know, do you want a booth or booth?" I go, "What's in the booth?"
Yeah.
Then he just kept on looking at me, right? It's like, give me this really strange stare down, up and down, right? And then he took us to the booth and goes, "You know, I think you noticed I kept on staring at you, right?" Yeah. I go, "Yes." So he goes, "I'm sizing you up and see if you can fit in the booth."
Holy shit.
I was like, "You wait until you're 60 years old, you dumb." I didn't say that.
Wait, am I allowed to say shit on a podcast?
Oh, you can.
I don't know if
he's calling me fat.
He's literally calling you too big to sit in a booth.
Yeah. I was like, "Well, you're 28 years old."
Did you give him a huge tip?
No, I mean, he was, but you know, like when I was his age, I only weighed 160.
Oh my God.
It's really funny.
That's so really bad.
Funny. So this is why,
okay,
you know, for somebody with, you know, like girth.
Yeah. You're saying, and C will fit us better.
Yes.
I have a little bit of a booty. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Podcast over.
No, I think NC just fits us better. I think ND is very singly focused, right? So unless you're like, you know, I don't know, even Jack Christie is pretty big in it. Yeah. I mean, if you're like, if you're like disc jockeys, not disc jockeys, not horse jockeys, you look in these fine,
Disc
right?
jockeys. Yeah.
Like if anybody weighs like
Yeah.
200 pounds,
Yeah.
I'm not sure NC's for you. I mean, ND's for you.
ND. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
NC,
sense.
however, especially the power retractable hardtop, right?
Yeah.
If you set up a suspension not too crazy,
Yeah.
right? Today, by the way, it's
Perfect
Wednesday.
day. Yeah.
I mean, low humidity.
That was
Jody and I
really-
went out for a walk. It was 70 degrees.
It's really nice
You
today.
take that top down, you go cruise around, man. It's beautiful. Right. ND, you weigh like me. When I get out and go, oh man, I can't get out. Right. So there's that. I mean, you can buy a car for race, but sometimes you have to consider buying a car for comfort. Right.
Yeah. No.
And-
there's many different things. Yeah. And one of them is.
I think the CSX, the more I look at it, the reasonable cost to set up the car, and then you get, and then if you can take advantage of that 15% off for the Penske's, it's actually a pretty great deal. I mean, to get in, and then because once you do that, you don't have to buy anything else anymore. You just stay with that. Yeah. Right. And then you're hoping that there are more people running CSX, but I think locally we have two cars running CSX already.
That's pretty cool.
Right. I mean, if I want to really stay with your retirement budget, right, and I want to go race, right, that's probably what I get in. Right.
Are you saying that the 8.6 is for sale? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Okay.
No,
All
not
right.
yet.
All right.
No, I mean, I haven't. I'm not broke. I'm not broke yet.
Oh, you're not that broke. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm still doing stupid things. 86. So no.
We're just talking, right? There's just thoughts. So thank you for answering the questions. I was just curious because it seems very interesting to me that they have a Mustang class and a Miata class that they've thought through for autocross and time trials.
Yeah,
Very
but the thing is with time trials, you have to add a roll bar.
Yes.
For that. And then if you try to take advantage of in a weight situation, then you probably won't get a power retractable hardtop.
Probably not.
You will get the soft top one.
Yeah.
Right. You get a soft top one, then the weather is a little bit more of an issue.
Yeah, sure.
Because power retractable hardtop is just such a nice feature.
Such a nice feature.
Right?
Yeah.
But you're giving up some advantages, for the weight.
Sure.
Right. But it is what it is.
Yeah. And I've never lost a race due to a couple pounds. I'm just saying, like, I'm not on that level.
By 70 pounds.
Wait, 70 pounds?
Yeah. I think power retractable hardtop is 70 pounds more.
I had no idea it weighed that much.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, it's worth it. It's
still worth it.
Such a cool car and a good, cool mechanism.
I thought you were going to be like 15, 20 pounds. Like a little
and then I did look into, when they first announced the Spec Mustang, and I looked around, and then, obviously, I was looking for nice, decent shaped Mustangs, and I can't believe they're still asking for more than 20 grand for one of those.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, never mind. I don't like it that much. We'll probably should wrap this one up.
Okay. Yeah.
And then because we still got part 2.
Oh yeah.
Coming. Maybe I should make an announcement. So I'm actually not going to be around for the next 3 weeks after this episode, where my wife and I are taking our bucket list trip to go hug the elephants.
Safari. He means a safari.
Yeah. And we're going to go kiss cheetahs.
He still means a safari.
Yes. That's what I mean. So in my absence, Ada wants a vacation himself.
Yeah. Danny was like, you want to do that? I was like, nope.
Yeah. So we might cut an episode out while I'm not here. But since it's after Nationals, there's not many things going on anyway. I think most of the guys want to go to Pocono on that weekend of 15th. So if you guys wants to go to Pocono, register now and go run with them. Patrick Gaffney is getting a house there, and then it's going to be like it's going to be a wild party like Animal House.
Literally, exactly like Animal House.
Yeah. So I wish I could go to Pocono, but if you haven't been there, if you didn't go to Nationals, Pocono could be your Nationals.
Are you going with them, Danny?
No, I'll be in
that's
South
right.
Africa.
You're going to be. Yeah, I would have gone with them. I really want to, but I am running absolutely empty on cash right now, and I have time trials.
I'm running cash. I'm running
like,
empty on
bad.
cash, and I have a credit card bill that my wife hasn't seen yet.
Oh my God. You're going to get in so much trouble.
I'm unemployed. I don't have any money.
She needs to take your
Anybody want
credit
a set
card
of
away.
golf clubs? Just,
I love it.
or you can mount tires for no.
Oh my God. I love
Anyway,
it.
I have skills. I'll figure it out.
You do have skills. You'll
I'll
be
try
all
to
right.
sell something. Oh, by the way, so a Jen Fox, if you want the Porsche, just
Oh, nice. Nice.
let's see how fast this gets to her year.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay. All right. It's time for bed.
Yes. All right. Okay. So there will be a part 2,
Yes.
which will be considerably shorter. So I know we drag on this a lot.
We'll put them in the
over an hour.
same episode though, so people
We'll
won't
put them
even.
together. We'll put them together, and then since we're not going to be here for 3 weeks, you can listen to this like 5 minutes ahead of time, or you can 2x it and listen to it in like 3 minutes.
Or just
or you can do what my wife does. She says, "I don't want to listen to this crap."
Oh
Move.
no! You have to tell the viewers they have to listen to it slowly and then listen to it again slowly. So just
That's
keep
right.
listening to the podcast.
Yeah. So which way is the one that if you don't want to listen to, do you swipe left or you swipe right?
No, there's a little cog wheel. It's for setting, and then you press that, and then it will do a playback speed, and then you can choose. There's like a bunch of different options for how fast.
No,
or
I'm
slow.
saying this: if somebody doesn't want to listen to this,
Oh, well, if they don't want to listen to this, and they are,
do they usually swipe
in,
left or swipe right?
Oh, like one of those dating apps, Danny. You know, I've been married so long. You know, they didn't have those apps.
Oh yeah, I know. I have no idea.
Like,
so I know you never.
Hold on, I can tell you based on memes. I think it's swipe left. Hold on, don't go anywhere, please, listeners. No listeners go anywhere. Swipe.
I mean, most
left.
people would know how that works, except us.
We're autocrosser guys. Okay. Swipe left and swipe right are the terms that originated from the online dating app Tinder and are used to indicate whether or not a user is interested in someone. Swipe right means to like or accept someone. Swipe left means to reject them. So
okay, well, sounds good.
If someone's been listening to us for over an hour and they want to swipe left, it's too late.
Yeah.
They've gone too far.
Well, I recommend just click the X on the top right corner.
No, just swipe right. Swipe right.
All right. So, and again, Ada and I did this without a script. So I
think they know,
you can
Danny.
see that this is going everywhere.
They know. We went from nationals to CSX to Tinder. Okay.
That's right.
They know we don't have a script.
All right. Maybe next time. All right. So anyway, we'll resume with the second half of this, and then that will be record Monday. All right. Peace out.
Right.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yep. Congrats, winners. All right, Danny, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
These are we're just talking, right? Those are just thoughts. So thank you for answering the questions. I was just curious because it seems very interesting to me that they have a Mustang class and a Miata class that they've thought through for autocross and time trials.
Yeah, but the thing is with time trials, you have to add a roll bar.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
For that. And then if you try to take advantage of in a weight situation, then you probably won't get a power retractable hardtop.
Probably not.
You will get the soft top one.
Yeah.
Right. You get a soft top one, then the weather is a little bit more of an issue.
Yeah, sure.
Because power retractable hardtop is just such a nice feature.
Such a nice feature.
Right?
Yeah.
But you're giving up some advantages, for the weight.
Sure.
Right. But it is what it is.
Yeah. And I've never lost a race due to a couple pounds. I'm just saying, like, I'm not on that level.
Wait, 70 pounds.
Wait, 70 pounds?
Yeah. I think power retractable hardtop is 70 pounds more.
I had no idea it weighed that much.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, it's worth it. It's
still worth it.
Such a cool car and a good, cool mechanism.
I thought you were going to be like 15, 20 pounds. Like
and then I did look into, when they first announced the Spec Mustang, and I looked around, and then, obviously, I was looking for nice, decent shaped Mustangs, and I can't believe they're still asking for more than 20 grand for one of those.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, never mind. I don't like it that much. We'll probably should wrap this one up.
Okay. Yeah.
And then because we still got part 2.
Oh yeah.
Coming. Maybe I should make an announcement. So I'm actually not going to be around for the next 3 weeks after this episode, where my wife and I are taking our bucket list trip to go hug the elephants.
Safari. He means a safari.
Yeah. And we're going to go kiss cheetahs.
He still means a safari.
Yes. That's what I mean. So in my absence, Ada wants a vacation himself.
Yeah. Danny was like, you want to do that? I was like, nope.
Yeah. So we might cut an episode out
Yep.
while I'm not here. But since it's after nationals, there's not many things going on anyway. I think most of the guys want to go to Pocono on that weekend of 15th. So if you guys wants to go to Pocono, register now and go run with them. Patrick Gaffney is getting a house there, and then it's going to be like it's going to be a wild party like Animal House.
Literally,
You know?
exactly like Animal House.
Yeah. So
Andy,
I wish I could go to
wasn't-
Pocono, but if you haven't been there, if you didn't go to nationals, Pocono could be your nationals.
Are you going with them, Danny?
No, I'll be in
Oh,
South
that's right.
Africa.
You're gonna be. Yeah, I would have gone with them. I really want to, but I am running absolutely empty on cash right now, and I have time trials.
I'm running cash. I'm running
Like,
empty
so
on
bad.
cash, and I have a credit card bill that
Ugh.
my wife hasn't seen yet.
Oh my God. You're gonna get in so much trouble.
I'm unemployed. I don't have
Oh
any
my
money.
She needs to take
Anybody
your
want
credit
a set
card
of
away.
golf clubs? Just
I love it.
or I can mount tires for no.
Oh my God, I love
Anyway,
it.
I have skills. I'll figure it out.
You do have skills.
I'll try to sell something. Oh, by the way, so Jen Fox, if you want the Porsche, just
Oh, nice.
let's see how fast this gets to her year.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay. All right. It's time for bed.
Yes. All right. Okay. So there will be a part 2,
Yes.
which will be considerably shorter. So I know we drag on this lot.
We'll put them in the
over an hour.
same episode though, so people
We'll
won't
put them
even
together. We'll put them together, and then since we're not going to be here for 3 weeks, you can listen to this like 5 minutes ahead of time, or you can 2x it and listen to it in like 3 minutes.
or just
Or you can do what my wife does. She says, "I don't want to listen to this crap."
Oh
Move.
no! You have to tell the viewers they have to listen to it slowly and then listen to it again slowly. So just
That's
keep
right.
listening to the podcast.
Yeah. So which way is the one that if you don't want to listen to, do you swipe left or you swipe right?
No, there's a little cog wheel. It's for setting, and then you press that, and then it will do a playback speed, and then you can choose. There's like a bunch of different options for how fast.
No,
or
I'm
slow.
saying this if somebody doesn't want to listen to this.
Oh, well, if they don't want to listen to this and they are
do
over
they
an
usually
hour
swipe
in,
left or swipe right?
Oh, like one of those dating apps, Danny. You know I've been married so long. You know they didn't have those apps.
Oh yeah, I know. I have no idea.
Like,
So I know you never.
Hold on, I can tell you based on memes. I think it's swipe left. Hold on, don't go anywhere, please, listeners. No listeners go anywhere. Swipe.
I mean, most
left
people would know how that works, except us.
We're autocrosser guys. Okay. Swipe left and swipe right are the terms that originated from the online dating app Tinder and are used to indicate whether or not a user is interested in someone. Swipe right means to like or accept someone. Swipe left means to reject them. So
Okay, well, sounds good.
if someone's been listening to us for over an hour and they want to swipe left, it's too late.
Yeah.
They've gone too far.
Well, I recommend just click the X on the top right corner.
No, just swipe right. Swipe
right.
Right.
All right. So, and again, Ada and I did this without a script. So
I think they
so
know.
you can
Danny.
see that this is going everywhere.
They know. We went from nationals to CSX to Tinder. Okay,
That's right.
they know we don't have a script.
All right, maybe next time. All right. So anyway, we'll resume with the second half of this, and then that will be record Monday. All right. Peace out.
All right.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yep. Congrats, winners. All right, Danny, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Danny, for our recaps of Tuesday, Wednesday. That was very exciting, very fun. We are going to do a time skip in the podcast. You guys can't tell at home, but it's actually a few days later for us.
That's right. Much later.
It's much later. And we're going to recap Thursday and Friday now. So awesome racing all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday. Now we're going to skip to Thursday, Friday. Danny, I noticed you're wearing a hat indoors. What are you wearing?
Well, I'm going to be hugging elephants in a few days. Well, I'm either going to get eaten by a lion, right? Stomped by a rhino,
Okay.
or trip over elephant chips. I don't know which.
So either you're going on a safari or you're going to have some crazy wild like sex things, because those all sound like something that would happen in a bedroom.
No. I mean that. No, wait a minute. I mean, a talk like that will give me monkeypox or mpox.
You're done.
No.
You're done.
Yeah. I have a good coworker of mine who's in South Africa. He's from South Africa.
Yeah.
So he lives there. So I asked him, hey, I'm coming to South Africa. I'm coming to see you. He goes, oh, great. I said, do I need any shots of immunization? She says, well, you might want to get yellow fever shots. Yeah, but it's too late. And I couldn't find any yellow fever shots. And then I say, what about malaria vaccine?
Yeah.
He says, well, malaria season starts from September to May. So it starts now. Right. So it's probably not a bad idea. But he said he's been to Chobe or a lot of safaris back in December and January, and it hasn't been any problem. So he think I should be okay.
Okay.
And so he goes, I say, well, what about Mpox? He says, yeah, if you don't do anything like illicit and all that stuff, I think you'll be okay. I say, what do you mean? What do you mean illicit? Mpox. So I did tell him that my wife and I both got chicken pox and measles shots back in the 60s when we were little babies.
Oh my God.
I guess the immunity is still there.
Yeah, I think you're still immune. Like, what's it? The shingles vaccine?
No, shingles is something different. Shingles for old people. I already got those.
I thought that was the same thing as chicken pox.
No. Mpox vaccine is just chicken pox and Mpox vaccine. They're different.
Oh, they're different. So that's not even the same. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
no, they're not the same. Yeah. So I was thinking about I'm wearing my safari outfit. Get myself all covered and stuff.
You look great.
I can either go American, like howdy partner, or I can do hey kid,
Indiana Jones,
or I can do this is not a knife. This is a knife.
Crocodile Dundee. Yeah. He's the best.
I have no idea. I just want to make sure I don't get sick and have a good time.
Yeah.
And take a bunch of animal pictures. So who knows? I mean, there might be some. If I gotta come back alive, you see some animal pictures.
You look like you are ready for a safari.
I'm ready to go, man.
Great.
I'm ready to go. All right, we better talk about Thursday, Friday before I start talking about like being stomped by lions and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
All right. All right. So on Thursday and Friday, which there are less DMV folks out there competing on Thursday and Friday, but it's just as exciting. Right.
Yep.
So how about let's do Thursday East, Friday West, and go in that direction.
Okay.
And then let's talk about how the DMV folks do. How's that?
Sounds great.
All right. So heat number 1, we have DML, FSAE, SSPL, STL, STHL, and SSC. So in SSC, we have a couple of guys, obviously, are from this area, and Tony Savini, my buddy, finished 9th.
Yes, in the trophies.
Yes. The trophy goes all the way up to 12th. And then let's take a look real quick here. Lots of good competition. 21st went to Daniel Birch.
Nice.
Right. So Daniel, I believe that's Daniel's first time there, right?
I think so.
That's fantastic job. And 26 is Jeff Jacobs. So anytime you jump in front of Jeff Jacobs, it's no easy feat.
You did good. Yeah.
Yeah. So excellent job by Daniel. And let's quickly go over other heats. And we can go to CSL, which runs in second heat, right? And I know we're talking about Maria Palada.
Nice.
Yeah, who I married. Not I married you. I'm the officiant.
You were
of the
officiant at her wedding.
That's right. And Maria finished 3rd.
Nice.
And then Lana Portanova finished 4th.
Excellent. Both getting trophies.
So great job by Maria and Lana.
Yay.
And let's continue on. So let's talk about FSP. We did not talk about this a little earlier, but both the national champion Matt Jones and Danny Gross, who finished 2nd,
our boys,
are our guys, right?
Yes.
So both Matt and Danny moved out to California. Both moved to San Diego with Edwin, actually, not with Edwin, but sort of kind of went with Edwin. And boy, Matt finished 1st.
Yep. Amazing.
Won by half a second over Danny. So Danny Gross was a previous FSP national champion, and he finished 2nd this year. Driving their 2008 Mazda 3.
Insane.
Which is excellent indeed. And then I don't think anybody ran SSM or AM or EMOD. And let's go to heat number 3. Yep. No SMF, no DMOD to the best of my knowledge, but in SSP. So if I look over real quick in SSP, Eric Peachy in SSP ended up 9th. And let's see what else. Yeah, they're the Hockenberry brothers, finish 11th and 16th. They're both from central Pennsylvania or northeast Pennsylvania region.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So that's what happened in SSP. The national champion went to Jeff Wong. which is also a repeating customer at the national championships.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's talk about the big class for us.
SCS.
Yeah, C Street.
This is awesome.
All right. So not sure if you guys remember my predictions. Like the two guys I wanted to win the most.
Yep.
One guy saw him growing up, the other person, again, Mary Maria. Right.
Awesome.
It was so Andrew Pallotta had the first day lead on his last run, jump over Julian by about a 10th or so. Right. And then Julian reversed it on his last run and took the national championship. So Julian finished 01.39 in front of Andrew. And Andrew, I think, has won it 3-4 times already. But believe it or not, Julian, while he was a junior, he won every event. He won 5 times in a row. But at that time, it's not considered a jacket class. So Julian, after finished second and third many, many, many times, and finally took the championship. So I sent him a note and congratulated him. And he comes back and say he finally did it. So
awesome.
I'm sure, yeah. And, Brian, Lisa, and Carson, everybody in the family, I'm sure, are very happy and proud of him. So
we're also proud of him.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent. So otherwise, Andrew finished second. And then in our hot shoe, Jack Chrissy, was battling dirty runs all, both days, actually, the first couple of runs, and then managed to put 2 clean runs and fast together. So jumping ahead a bunch of other people, he finished 6th.
Yep.
Right. Ahead of Rob Clark, Will Tiller, Will King,
unbelievable.
Maurice Valandia. Yeah.
Everyone in this class is a monster.
Yeah. They were all like really monster drivers.
Yep.
So congratulations to Jack. Excellent job. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So go down a little bit further here, looking through some of the lists here. Let's see. Jeremy Hubble finished 28th.
Yes. Good for Jeremy.
Out of a huge class. And then anyone else in C Street?
I'm still scrolling. I'm looking. There's so many people. I'm in the 50s now, Danny.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. Ray Schumann finished 55th.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
And then I'm sure Mr. Portanova is in there somewhere. Yep. Mark Portanova finished 43rd.
Nice.
So these are the folks that are around our area.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, congratulations to Julian and Jack.
Awesome.
Job well done.
Awesome driving. Period.
Yeah. Job well done. All right. And then let's take a look, and then let's go to our
where do you want to go? GS?
The G Street. Yes.
Okay. All right.
There was a lot of expectation on Dustin. Yeah, but unfortunately, he went for it on the last couple of runs, and then both ended up dirty.
Coned them both days.
Yeah. So Dustin actually ended up finishing 3rd. So this is Dustin's 3rd trip out of nationals. He finished 3rd, 2nd, and 3rd.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The winner went to Evan Williams. Believe it or not, Dustin was getting Edwin at every event this year, and then Edwin finally pulled it out.
Wow.
Yeah, at the nationals, and Ron Williams ended up 2nd. And then that will be our sole G Street representative.
Look at Dustin's raw times though with those cones. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So
I don't know if he would have won, but there wouldn't have been a big gap,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so basically he would have jumped Ron Williams. It would be really, really close actually.
Yeah.
So
that would have been a 68-6.
Yeah. He'll end up.
So that's a big gap. And then the other one would have 53. I think we would have jumped him.
Yeah, 3 and 8. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's quite enough, but it's going to be very close. Yeah.
Still, unbelievable driving.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but hey, come back again next year, Dustin. I'm sure you will.
There you go.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's go over to Thursday West, Friday East direction, right? So let's talk about Super Street.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Super Street. I know we grabbed James Yum as part of ours.
He counts.
Maybe because we know who's going to win. So
and we love him.
Yeah. So the Yaminator finishing first. That's his 4th national championship. Wow. I think 3rd or 4th national championship. He got in front of Brian Peters, who probably won about 1 million times already. Right.
Yep.
And then Ron Bauer was 4th. Jason Bucky finished 6th. Salerno finished 8th.
Wow.
And then unfortunately it only goes up to 9th trophy winner at the top 9th trophies.
I wish it went to 11.
I know if it goes to 11th, then our Patrick Gaffney will be finishing in the trophies, but Patrick has so many trophies anyway.
Yeah. I see cones. I see a DNF. Like what happened to my buddy?
I mean, that's I guess Patrick was a little dirty boy or dirty grandpa. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
All right. And then Rick Newman
14th.
finished 14th.
Yeah.
And then Brian Connors finished 15th.
Nice.
He lives up in New York. And Mr. Paul Kozlak, we talked about, finished 16th.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then continue going down the list. We got blah, 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 blah. I know we got Norm somewhere.
There he
So
is.
Norm finished 29th.
My man. That's my Norm.
Yeah. 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 Good job, everybody. It's like Patrick was really close to, and Mr. Newman was pretty close to trophies, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But it'll happen. That's just how it works. So in CP, I know that Big Mike Snyder had a lot of cone troubles and all of that stuff. So unfortunately, the first day he hit one cone on the first run, two cones on the second run, third cone on the next run. Yeah. Second day, Big Mike hit two cone on the first run, DNF on the second round, only had one clean run over the weekend.
He had one clean run all of nationals.
That's okay.
Oh,
yeah. Well, that's fine. I mean, that's like go big or go home. That's
true.
Big Mike.
That's true. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So Big Mike, even that, Big Mike still finished 14th.
I know, it's actually amazing.
out of 28. And then our friends up north in the Susquehanna region, Darren Lashaw.
Yes.
Or actually Central Pennsylvania region. That's Darren Lashaw.
Yeah.
He finished 4th.
Yep.
In trophies, and Robert Lewis is the winner for CP.
Mm-hmm. And then Dennis, 13.
Yeah, Dennis a little further down there. So checking out list, we don't have anybody in CAMS, no STS, no FM. I guess D Street. Take a look at D Street real quick. D Street is that stat class, and Ken Roller ended up finishing 5th. Mark Daddio took the win, and Alex Pio was 2nd. And then my friend Mark Struss finished 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and again, tough class with a lot of really, really fast people. So congratulations to all the winners.
Unbelievable classes. Unbelievable.
And then that is about it. That's everybody represent our area that I can see. So go and then do this. Let's do this real quick. And then obviously only the SCCA Autocross care about this. So we can go look at the overall top packs and see how our folks did, right?
Overall packs. Okay.
Overall packs, right? That's really hard to get overall packs.
Yes, true.
So I know that the first day after first day Tom O'Gorman was 2nd in top packs. Mm-hmm. But usually say without, well, I mean none of these guys would listen to me anyway, but without offending these people, most of the preparers and mods are actually pretty weak.
Oh, wow.
Packs wise. So obviously the top packs went to CP, then E mod and DSP, D mod, A mod. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. So the first one that really started coming into play is F Street, which is Tom O'Gorman.
Nice.
Right. And then going down there and then to top packs and STR and Super Street is always tough, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So Billy Davis was 10th, and then Yam was 11th. So our local guys, the closest to top packs was 18th. Mark Hanakarane finished 18th.
Excellent.
In packs.
Excellent.
And he is our ESP national champion.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Jones in FSP was 21st. Mm-hmm. And first of the toughest class for us is Cody Hunt.
Let's go.
Cody Hunt finished 23rd in STX.
Amazing driving.
Yeah. Great job by Cody. No doubt about that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then, well, I don't think there's any rain or anything. So at least the packs is pretty balanced.
Yeah, right.
Julian Garfield will be the next one that's closest to us. That's from this area. Mm-hmm. Julian finished 41st. Rusty finished 48th. Good job, Rusty. And then we can probably slowly kind of glance down. Daniel Gross finished 53rd. And we talked about Andrew Plata. He was 55th.
Right. Shrivastava, 60th.
Yeah. Let's see. So Shavasa finished 60th. Yeah. Shavasa finished 60th. Good job.
Good job.
And then finished 65th. Mm-hmm. Marcus Pine is 69th.
Let's go, Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see.
Strano.
Strano finished 80th.
Yes.
Halcyon finished 81st.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to end at 100.
Yeah.
Salerno finished 90th. And then Venevas finished 98th. Yes. Congratulations to Venevas again. And our buddy Justin.
My boy.
99. Yes.
99, baby.
All right. So successful trip for all of these guys.
And that's 100, Danny, out of over 1,300.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually, the
right?
total people
How
that
many?
total people that's end up registering is
1260.
1,264.
Okay.
The people that have times is 1,235. That's well over 3,000. I mean, I'm sorry, well over 1,200.
1235
I don't know
people.
why I say 3,000.
I can't count either.
Hey, do you want to talk about who finished last at nationals? For
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
No.
Well, I want to go back and look at. Did I finish last year at nationals? I actually didn't look. I was
You,
pretty low, I think.
yeah. No, I don't think you finished last.
I wasn't last.
Yeah. But we didn't finish good. Let's put it that way.
That good.
Yeah. But that's all right. Okay, so that sort of wraps up our Thursday, Friday of the national report. So any closing remarks, Ada, before we sign off?
What a time. And I just want to say, I know we've said this before, keep coming out to these local autocrosses. Keep making these friendships, right? They literally last a lifetime. And pick your friend to go with you to Nats. Already start planning it. You know when it's going to be. It's going to be that Labor Day weekend, right? Or whatever that week of Labor Day is.
Yeah, it's always the Labor Day weekend.
Plan it out. Pick one friend that, because you've never gone to Nats, they've never gone to Nats. Go to Nats together. It's so much fun. I can't explain. I've been only one time, and I'm over here like, Nats is the best time ever. Like it's that good. Plan it out. Keep coming to the locals, right? Because you need to practice. You need to keep getting faster and better and honing our craft, right? This is not I'm good, it's over. It takes a long time. Lots of repetition, lots of effort, energy. You got to think about it, right? A lot of thought that goes into it. Just go. We're reading the results, and I know, Danny, you feel like I do right now about how exciting. Like you could feel those runs, right? Like,
yeah.
And we're just over here reading off of the Chrome browser, right? So
that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. You said one last word. That was it. I'm done.
All right. So my suggestion would be we just read off. We spend the last an hour and 20 minutes talking about the national results of how well our local folks did, right?
Yeah.
And then regardless on what your skill level it is in autocross, guess what? You're running against the same guys that we talked about.
Yeah.
Right?
Here.
Here. You can go to motorsportsstretch.com, you can look at the entry list, and you will find who is running, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
And chances are you're gonna find Marcus Pine and Brian Carwin. I mean, those are the most participate.
Yeah.
How would I say it?
Participating.
Most active,
yeah.
autocrossers. Well, Carwin's probably not as active as Pine, but Pine is active, right? So Pine finished 69th out of the top 1,230 some autocrossers in the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of gives you an idea on what you can do and what your level is. Yeah. So every time when you see Marcus Pine or you see somebody who's fast, that are running, Mark Canacarane, who finished 18th at nationals now.
Unbelievable.
He shows up at the BMW events. He shows up at WDCR events, and he shows up in all these events, right? So regardless on who you run, when you recognize these names, you want to know where you stand, just compare their times.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And then that's how you can bench race. But the bottom line is regardless how well you're doing, how close you are to all of the top local autocrossers, there are always going to be faster people out there. And there are always going to be a lot more fun people out there that just they're having a good time. So regardless, if you've never been to nationals, make a trip.
Go once.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Right. Yeah. You might get hooked and you end up going a bunch of times.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But if not, it's definitely a trip that's going to be memorable.
You need to go.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So I'm going to end with that.
All right. I loved it. It was great. I love talking about the results. That was a fun one.
All righty. Okay.
All right.
Then we'll move on to the novice meeting.
Okay, Safari Danny.
What's up? Howdy, partner.
That's This concludes our podcast episode. Everybody is excused except for the novices. Our novice meeting begins now. For today's novice meeting, we are going to be talking about how do I measure my driving progress? And this is a good one, Danny, because sometimes we feel like we're kind of stuck or stagnant. And I think measuring that progress brings it into focus. And we can see maybe we're not as stagnant as we think we are. Maybe we're trying to catch someone that's also getting faster, right? There's so many different factors here. So what are your initial thoughts on how do I measure my driving progress?
Well, I mean, nowadays I measure my driving progress by if I can beat somebody like Mike Tavner.
Nice. Yep.
If I lose to Mike Tavner like this past weekend, I'm getting really bad. I think it's time to retire.
Oh, no. Take that back.
Well, I mean, there's so many different ways of measuring your driving progress, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes driving progress has nothing to do with your driving. It really, you got to remember, it takes, we talk about this many times, it takes two to tango, right? The two, one is you and the other one is your car.
Yep, that's true.
Right. If I have lousy tires, your setup is not right, or there's something that bothers you that you don't like, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it might not be your driving. It might just be the car setup is not allowing you to do all that stuff. So you don't want to take it too seriously how you measure your driving, but there's several different ways to do it, right? So the other thing that I can mention is you can be the biggest fish in a small pond, right? Or you can be a minnow in the sea, right? It all depends on where you're driving. So I think it'll be difficult to measure your driving based on your race standings in a particular organization, right?
Okay.
But if you are number one in packs at this SCCA Solo Nationals where everybody drove on a nice sunny day, man, you're fast, right? Probably one of the fastest in the country.
It's going to be a rare sight to see a novice being the fastest person.
That's right. But if you're the fastest in the local stuff, or like you're number two in the novice group, right? Yeah. That just tells you that you're, it's almost like you learned it a little bit faster or earlier than the rest of the novices, right?
Sure.
Or you started earlier before anybody else did, right? So I think compared to people, especially with the group of folks that you don't know, it's very, very difficult to kind of gauge where you are.
Sure.
Right. I would think a couple of different ways to do it. You are driving pretty good already where you can comfortably go to an event and you can execute and know exactly what to do. I think once you get to that point, then you're officially an autocrosser. If you go to an event that you don't get surprises anymore, right? Yeah. So I would think that would be number one. If you want to, as a novice, I think that if you can get to that point, you go to an autocross that you're comfortable, you go to the next autocross, you're comfortable. You don't feel like, oh, I don't know what to do, right? So that's what I think that if you just use that basic, trigger.
Comfort level,
that kind of, so then that actually tells you that whether, that's how you measure your driving progress. That's the first indication that you're an autocrosser.
That you're comfortable.
Is when you are comfortable, right? Mm-hmm. Because it really, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter what other people think. I mean, everybody's going to think differently about where you are, right?
Right.
Your best friend might think that, oh my God, Ada, you're like the fastest driver, right? And then I'm sure that if you ask Sarah goes, Ada's slow, right? Pretty accurate, right?
Yes, very accurate.
That's what my wife thinks too, so it's fine, right? So the other thing that you can measure your driving is assuming everything's the same. If you're in a spec class, right? Then just compare with the people that are participating, and then just look around, on the folks that's joining those clubs. Well, if you're seeing someone that's jumping in clubs to clubs to clubs to clubs to clubs, which we have quite a few now in the DMV area,
yeah, which is great,
nice, right?
Which is great. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, and then this way you can see exactly how they stand. So let's just take Marcus Pine for example.
Yep.
Right. So if you aim high, you want to get to Marcus Pine's level, right? You will see that Marcus Pine, if he goes to a PCA event, he goes to a Mercedes event, or he goes to a BMW event, he's always in the top three, right? Yep. That's only because his car is fast. No, just kidding.
Nice.
No, Marcus is a great driver. So basically you can see that he's leveling on the top, right? Yep. And then you go to the ones that a lot of the local autocrossers like to go when they travel nationally, which is the SCCA group. Even though the SCCA is a lot smaller now, you still have some dedicated SCCA folks that races, across the country to all these bigger events and nationals, right? So I would recommend to jump into an SCCA race sometimes just to see, right? You will see that even though the procedures and courses and all that stuff is the same, or sometimes not up to par, sometimes a little bit better, and stuff. But there are quite a few folks because their SCCA background, they will go to SCCA races. And you can actually see some really, higher caliber, fast drivers, in those areas, right? So let's say you take Marcus, you put him in an SCCA event. Now in the local SCCA event, he can also finish first, which he did, right? But when he jumps into the national level of autocrossing, not the national championship, but the national level, you will still see him battle in the first three spots in STR.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But in order for him to reach top packs, there's still a little bit of a room, depending on who's showing up, right? Then now, if you apply them to national competition, I think me personally, by watching Marcus, based on my experience, I think he's comfortably in the top 10%, in the SCCA national group out of 1,200 people, right?
Yeah.
So he is the top 120 people at the place. Is he the top 60, which is 5%, right? I think it's close, right? But I'm not sure.
But that's why they have nationals.
That's right. So the nationals is the one that if you become a true autocrosser, that you have aspirations of going fast. What if you think that you're fast or not? There's only way he can find out.
Only
You gotta
one
go
way
to
to find
nationals.
out. Yep.
Yeah. You go to nationals, you'll know, right? Because that's where the fastest people in the countries are running. Right. So that will give you a good indication. And that's why, like people in our group, I mean, you hear Sam Strano's name mentioned all this time, right? He's the driver of eminence, almost 10 years ago now, right? Or something like that, right? He's won 10 national championships and 10 pro solo championships. And that's your cream of the crop, at the top, around the area that he still come to our races every once in a while, right? Yeah. So that's the top level you want to measure, but that doesn't take away from how you want to measure yourself as a novice, right? So let's go over this real quick. I would recommend not to focus on how fast am I by looking around your peers, right? Because everybody learns a little differently. The true ability on how you drive most of the time in our local level is primarily based on how much you have done already, right? It's the number of seat time that you put in, right? Okay. So if you compare me with Ada, right? Let's say who's faster, right? If I post a faster time than Ada, that only means that I've done it 10 years before he did, right? So if you want to have a true measurement of somebody who's been doing it for 5 years versus somebody doing it 5 years, even that's kind of hard to kind of generate a plan, right? Because the other person might be doing all kinds of other stuff, and so on.
That's fair. Yeah.
So
you're saying as a novice, don't be disheartened because most people have been doing this longer than you.
Exactly, right? Okay. So somebody comes in a novice that I've seen this. Somebody novice come in and do autocross, and then this guy races on a racetrack for like 10 times. It's just that we don't know him. He puts out a novice, just that episode. Sure. So don't measure it based on that, right?
Okay.
Don't measure based on that. I think that the other thing that you could do is if you want to measure by a group, what you could do is you could start with your own group, right? And look at your progress against the people that you're running with.
Yeah.
Right. And see, this week I'm at this level. Next event I'm at this level. Next event I'm at that level, right? And then once you reach to a point where, hey, I feel pretty comfortable, right? And I think I can do very well at this group, right? Jump to the next group, right? And then find the next group and then see where you stand and then work yourself to that level and then jump to the next group. Just keep on jumping groups.
Yes.
Right? This way you gain more experience and you see events operations. And at the same time, believe it or not, I mean, you can also measure where you stand and then go back and forth.
Okay.
Right? That's kind of how you can tell. You'll find out most people, they will plateau at a certain spot. Sure. And that's where they plateaued. And this is why people said that, there was an old term from WDCR. One of their motto is 2 seconds is an eternity. That nobody's using that anymore, but it is true, right? Yeah. You can lose to somebody by 8 seconds. It's not hard to go from 8 to 4.
No.
It's not hard from 4 to 3. But 3 to 2, you got to work for it. Right? Yep. Then once you get in within 2, every 10th, you have to work it. Yeah. And every other 10th is 10 times harder. It's like a Richter scale on earthquakes, right? After that, every 10th is twice as hard.
It is.
Right? I mean, so the thing is don't come in and say, hey man, I was only 7/10 behind this guy. Right?
Yeah.
You might never reach that 7/10. Right? But if you can reach down to 6/10 or 5/10 or 4/10, then I think that's one way to kind of truly measure. And you won't be able to reach to that point until you do a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would my conclusion be? Just the number one thing is once you get comfortable with autocrossing, that you can go to every event and then, you can enjoy yourself and know exactly what the event operations and how to handle yourself, how to autocross. You're already an autocrosser.
Right.
Regardless of what kind of speed you are, or fast or slow, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And then once you get used to it, you can measure your driving progress by compare with this group, go to the next group, compare with that group, and then slowly you'll see where you stand. It's not going to be that hard.
So I like that you took the question of how do I measure my driving progress, and you specifically talked about driving. I think that's really good. I would like to say I measure my driving progress by, how many people that I meet. I like meeting new people. And so part of my driving progress is the experience of these humans. And it's not really driving, but it's helping me in this driving universe, I guess. So that's my way of copping out and saying, yeah, I don't think I'm getting much faster, but I'm having a lot of fun. And I think that's okay. I do. I really think that's okay if that's your goal too.
Regardless on what you think that you're learning something or improving or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. You got to trust me on this one. The more you go, the more you do it,
the faster you get.
You are getting better.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
My last event, I spun out. I was spinning out for like 3 minutes straight. I just couldn't stop spinning out.
Yeah. That was good. but you got to think about it like this though. I mean, when you go racing, you're there to have fun and have a good time, right? Once you're there, you go to different events. Believe me, every once in a while, or even though you go to most of them, you can go to any site, even though you've been to that site 100 times, somebody will put something in and they're like, oh, I've never seen this before. Right? Guess what? If you did that one time, twice or 3 times, then that becomes permanent memory in your head. And part of the reason why there are a lot of people that have been autocrossing a lot or pretty fast at autocrosses is because they go to a lot. It doesn't matter what course you put out. They've seen that before.
They've seen it.
Chances are they're running within inches or even centimeters of where this cone was positioned is. And then the entry and exit angles are probably very similar, right? Because you can only do so much around the perimeter of the place. You can only make changes in the middle of the course, right? But if you go there a lot, even the middle of the course are slowly to become the same, right? Yeah. And then guess what? If you go to a course, I used to go to FedEx Field for 17 years, right? 16 years. Yeah. In the course, so I ran 150 different courses at FedEx Field.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. How many variations can you put down in that lot? It's a big lot, but it's 150 courses. There's going to be a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
So you go in there, you look at it and say, oh, I've been here before. Boom. You don't have to even remember it. Right? So I don't know if that's considered driving progress, right? But that's considered, but I would think that is because driving progress is a combination of your skills and then your experience combined.
Sure.
Right. Yep. So yeah, I mean, like understand and be comfortable with where you're going at autocrosses, right? Then you're a true autocrosser. Just keep on attending events.
Yep. There it is.
And then everything will fall in its place. Unless you want to go nationals, then there's a very distinctive way of telling you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's, it's like back in the day in China where they're trying to be, how they elect prime ministers and stuff. Mm-hmm. Everybody does a test. So if you pass and get straight A's, you're the prime minister.
Oh my God.
That's back in the old days.
Oh my God.
And now it's just whatever had the biggest guns, I think.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay, very good. I'll have that pull off.
On that note.
Yeah. All right, we end this novice meeting.
Do the wrap up. Wrap it up.
All right, so that wraps up. All right, I forgot. It's like 19th episode of the DMV Autocross Podcast. Thank you for spending the last hour with us. Again, we hope you find this informative and fun, and don't listen to the last part.
Don't listen to the last part. Don't forget to join us for the next episode. And until then, keep those tires on the track and that wing in the back.
And keep your guns in a safe.
Oh, no! Hang it up!